Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Ectosage here, and welcome back to another episode of Singular Survival. What we are going to do today is very simply remove this, stick in a large reactor, and see how well our new mining laser that we installed goes from there. I'm sorry to the folks that are a bit sad that I've gone ahead and started using mods, but let's be honest, I did give you almost 100 episodes of non-modded gameplay, and to really do anything ultra interesting, I felt like we would have to basically either finicky with drills and pistons and probably blow ourselves up 100 times over, or go ahead and start using mods. Maybe in the future, if the game decides to stabilize a little bit and not have the troubles we've had recently, I'll go ahead and try using some pistons and whatnot, but for the time being, we are going to be using a few mods. I'm going to try to keep us from going mod crazy, as a lot of people seem to be, but yeah, try to keep it at just a few, maybe 3 or 4 mods max. So far, I think we're good. The only mods we have installed are those 2 mods for going ahead and just increasing the very, very basic speeds of some of our tools. Basically with modular stuff, and then of course the ultra cheatsy doodly beam drill, which, well, isn't going to take all that much to build, honestly. Yeah, but we'll see. I'm going to use this. Maybe we'll go back to making a mining ship at some point when we actually go ahead and mine asteroids, since apparently their tick speed's a bit quicker. And of course we have the tiered drills, which unfortunately don't use modular systems. Alrighty, what do we want to put up here? A reactor. Boop. And we'll go ahead and stick that in right here. And just making sure it's not connecting up to any of the other sides. And up and down, coolio. And we'll go ahead and weld that up. I'll probably grab the flying sausage to weld this up, because it is going to take quite a bit of time otherwise. And here we go, floating in gently, and all the welders kick on. I didn't upgrade the welders here or add any special super high speed welders, because the main idea here is, well, you shouldn't need them to go that much quicker. The main idea is we're just dropping off a bunch of supplies. It's the main bonus for having a large ship like that. And you can see superconductors were a little bit short and reactors a little bit short. I'll grab the rest manually and load this up. And I've just realized that it's not 1,000 reactor components I needed, it is 2,000. So we're going to go ahead and find a connector. And we're actually going to just install a little connector up here so we can dock our ship, lick the split, and get it in here so we can refuel our flying sausage with 1 billion of them. Otherwise, it'll take a little bit longer than I'd really like. This should just take a second here. And there we go, that's done, and that's not locking because this wasn't owned, but now our power's going silly and everything's sliding in because, of course, landing gears are still being silly buggers, so let's do unlock and lock again. And hopefully that's fixed it. Looks like maybe our ship is floating upwards a little bit, but that's about it. Let's go ahead and lock this thing in, and now that we should also have ownership of it. I took ownership while I was hovering down there. Hover up and hover down. And hover all around. We appear to be having no such luck here, which is a little bit disconcerting, but I think... Oh, come on. There we go. Connect in. There we are. And now, of course, the reactors and everything in this ship will help power everything else, and its supply should be refueled with some more reactor components. And what do you know? We didn't have enough in our inventory, and we appear to be falling a little bit short. As in maybe a couple hundred short, and I can't even produce anymore because it looks like we need silver for these things, and we don't quite have enough silver. 35 to finish it. I have 37. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. We had enough. We had enough. We barely had enough, but it was enough. We... look at our inventory. We had 2 extra. Out of all the ones we could possibly build, we had 2 extra. Thank Christ. Okay, so let's go ahead, find our reactors here. In fact, I showed more than 1 reactor, but we shouldn't have been able to see more than 1 reactor. Let's just go here, we'll say reactor. And it's, actually, let's go to control panel. Reactor, and large reactor, here we are, and, large reactor 1, 40. We're at 40 auto sorting that, whatever. We'll have 40 sorting into this one as well, I guess. So, what I'm doing here is just setting up the TIM system, if you don't know. The TIM system is a sorting system that automatically basically distributes supplies throughout your craft. And it's basically a simple bit of code. If you want to find out more, there is a link in the description down below in the mods section. Well, actually, I think I divided it up into the mods and script section now. But anyway, it should be down in the description below. And we're telling this to have 60 uranium brought into this, and it's... apparently not bringing any uranium into it, which could be a terrible thing. Nope, there is definitely uranium about. Most of it's in the sausage. This is priority 1, so it should be splitting this stack up equally basically throughout the whole thing. Let's go ahead and fly down to our actual computer section and see if it's working, because there's a good chance something might have gone wrong. Can we clip through this? No. Apparently we don't have our glitchy clip through everything bug happening right now, so that's a plus, I guess. And fly here, open this door. It's been closed for quite a while, which means we haven't been accidentally venting this room or anything. That's not blinking, which means it's not working. That possibly is because of all the power issues we've been having. It might have shut this off, actually. So let's just go to our inventory. We're going to select our reactor. We'll find the other reactor down here and sort in about 10 uranium. There we go. And instantly it's burnt through this. Jesus Christ, it's burning it through stuff like I wouldn't believe. Oh my god, we are so much trouble. Alright, let's go ahead. Since we now have that powered up, let's go ahead, close that door, open this door, tiny bit of us getting vented into space, fly down here, and hope to Christ that this beam is lined up with enough uranium to keep that thing going for a while. Some silicon over there, not silver, which is what we really need as well. Right, okay, and somebody did say in the comment section of my previous video that this device can actually be told not to pick up stone. So let's go ahead and connect into the facility through, I guess, this port right here. We'll select our beam drill, how you doing? And yep, range, good, gumdrops, collect stone, we'll say off, total collection or destruction of stone while mining, that's pretty damn cool. And toggle block on. Well, so far so good. I was sort of whoa, it's really kicking ass now. Look at that thing go. Jesus, it's much different than the last time. So hopefully it's actually getting us some uranium. Everything went dark, but I think that's just gets us getting out of the range. And yeah, it looks like it's gone ahead and just burnt right through the uranium patch, which is, well, kind of awesome. What we're going to have to do, though, is shut it off because, like I said, it's gone right past the uranium patch. It should have gathered up some of it. So if we're going to go ahead and search up uranium ore from this control console right here. Uranium ore. Yes, indeed. Look at that. We have some uranium ore about. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's go ahead, select our fantastical beam drill here, and shut it off. That's so dang cool how well that thing seems to have worked. And fly down the hole. I was like, why is there a wall here? Alright, looks like it dug down. Almost looks like there was a cave here or something for half a second. Did you see that? It was like it was showing little cave divots. I guess maybe it was just the way things were deforming. We're going to do a little minor cheat sheet. We'll see no cave systems. It's something I've always missed. Well, felt was lacking in Space Engineers were just natural caves. But either way, we got ourselves some uranium. I'm going to go ahead and turn on a refinery or two since we shut those off to save power. In fact, we should be able to pretty much turn on all the refineries now. So let's hop into here. Do control panel. I know I could use the pull down here, be selecting it, but whatever, what's done is done. Refinery. Click on U, scroll all the way to the bottom, do a shift click U, and we're going to say this is virus refineries. Don't know if I spelled that correctly, hopefully, and turn those on. And now all of our refineries up there should be churning out more stuff. And hopefully the system's smart enough to shift uranium into them first. So there we go. I didn't reboot the TIM system. We looked at it and didn't reboot it. So TIM, bridge container, TIM. All these are going to have lots of names. Oh, we even have an unfinished cargo container. What did we name the actual TIM timer block? There we go. And start. So that should set in every 10 seconds. It'll ping and resort our inventory. And hopefully that'll keep on going till the end of time without any issue now. So 0 timer and it triggered again, which should be sending the thing. Yep, and look, now we got uranium in one of our refineries. So if we type refinery, yep, it's pulled and sorted all the uranium ore into them all and equally spread it out, so it should be going at an extremely fast speed, churning through all of that uranium. Man, I'm feeling very successful today. It is a shame that we've had to start modding, but, well, we were reaching a point where we were going to be dead in the water, and I was just sort of sick of things exploding, and I like lasers. So, anyway, next up, our objective is going to be installing this thing. But before I do that, I'm going to check really quickly how much time we've been going for. And we've only been going for 17 minutes. Well, a lot of that's probably been cut. So, I'm going to go ahead and install this, and we're actually going to go ahead and hope to Christ what we can do with this is get ourselves a little bit of fantastical hydrogen. That way we can get ourselves into the air. Okie dokie, click on you. We'll go ahead and go to main cargo, a little bit of steel, and we'll plop this in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and fly the flying sausage down there, something I don't think you really need to see. Yeah, and just weld this up the best we can. And there we go. Our new laser beam drill thingamajig is fully operational. Now, after I itch my nose, if memory serves, we should be able to order this thing to do its job rather simply by just going ahead and turning on the beam drill, not the turret itself. The turret should auto-seek and drill down through everything. Now, I'm not sure how much more power this will take, I'm not sure if it'll be too much more successful, and I don't know if it collects stone or not. If it collects stone, well, we have all those thrower outers up top, which we can turn on to be disposing of it all. If it doesn't, well, then success, I guess. Alrighty, docking this up really quickly. We'll go ahead and land it right there. I probably missed it by a bit. Should be using the cameras. Yeah, like that, even though I don't need it now. Cool deal. And of course, we're doing this, that way the ship is connected in for a little bit more power. Let's go ahead and land ourselves right here on top of this little ice bit. Plop. Do a quick save. And I kind of do wish we had just a big beam array so we could just have a bunch of beams drilling down instead of the turret. But because it looks so cool, like a big alien thing that would just be shooting a cannon in the middle. But we need the ice to get ourselves aloft, and they burnt through ice so quick now, so we're going to use the bloody turret. Alright, select the flying virus, select our beam, and turn it on. Oh my god, it works. Alright, that's a bit odd. I don't exactly understand why it's pulling from there as well as there, but the point is it's working. There also appears to be some, well, there was, for a moment, there's some weird sound. Seems to have cut out now. I don't exactly know what it's mining, though. Let's turn this on. It's mining silicon. Good. And if we stand at this, does it kill us? It doesn't. I took one hell of a chance by just standing right in front of that. It does look like it has a tick speed. And it looks like it still works even when we're standing in front of it. Can these things actually push us backwards? No. Interesting. Well, that's pretty damn cool, I'd say. Oh, it just stopped. Is it still working and we're just not seeing it? Is that what's going on here? I hope so, because otherwise that was not particularly useful. Laser? Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe if we turn it on and off again. Or off and on again. So, beam. Okay, I clicked on you and you started working. I'm happy. Maybe it only takes a target every time that the... Oh, what do you call that fantastical... You stopped again. Fantastical thing is. Yeah, it must cut down until there's no more where it was mining, and then it waits for the ore detector to ping again, and then starts cutting again. I think I might have read that that's how it functions. I could see us going ahead and hooking up a couple trillion of these to work. Apparently they have a range of around 800 meters, which is, well, far greater than our actual range. But it does mean that if we had a bunch of these turrets hooked up down here, we could fly a little scouting drone out to find the ore, and these lasers would just mine their way to it. Okay, I'm starting to think that maybe our hypothesis about it knowing what it was doing every time the ore detector pinged is wrong. I'm starting to think maybe it had to do with me indeed connecting to it again. Is that correct? If I click this, I haven't done anything else. Alright, let's try this again. Off, on. Okay, I'm befuddled. I am befuddled. It got us a lot of... Why aren't you mining? You're really letting me down here, brother. I keep seeing little flashes of light in the center as if it's working. But nothing's deforming. Don't tell me it's deforming some way where I can't see it. No, I'm still able to deform stuff. Well, it looks like it might have a recharge time, since the numbers did jump while I was poking around, and there is now a new crater. But it looks like it might take a while between firing of the beam. Not exactly sure why that is, but it does appear to be the case. And I'm not sure if we have any way to really trick the thing. Oh, see? Sure enough, it starts working again. Yeah, very odd. Definitely do not understand it. Let's see, can we change the colors while it's going? We can. So we can have a nice teal thing and sort of a red here. Yeah, so we have the teal in the middle and the red on the outside. That's cool. Again, it only seems to work every now and again. And I'm sure it's something that if I had read through the actual guide on this thing a little bit more thoroughly, the whole thing would be fine. I know I can control it, and apparently click and hold and do stuff. Did that do anything? Yeah, it looks like it did a little dent. So I can left click and I'd be gathering in theory, so I could do it manually. Yeah, it's doing it manually. But of course, I guess we can just leave it and let it slowly do its thing. But that it does mean is we can manually aim it down here and go after uranium. Now, unfortunately, if I go to spectator mode, it does mean we still have the turret overlay, so we can't get any like really cool footage like this without, of course, using the fantastical, what do you call that thing? Sage cam, which I really don't want to go ahead and get out right now. But hey, I can aim it about like this, and you can see it dancing about and prancing about, so that's a bit interesting, isn't it? Alrighty, well, let's leave it back on automated version, shall we? On. Alright, well, it's working, even though I seem to have broken the actual visual aspect of it now. A whole bunch. Whatever, we'll leave it be. Maybe the TIM system is messing it up or something. Alrighty guys and gals, I went looking through some of the notes, and there was a little thing here that says, automatic mining doesn't start instantly. There is a delay due to ore scanning. Make sure to wait at least 5 to 10 seconds after activating an ore detector, or motion stop. So basically it means, well, some other note said that if the ship moves, it won't scan for ore, so apparently it has something to do with that. But it also says this may be longer on dedicated servers and planets, up to 30 seconds or more, so I'm figuring that's what it is, something to do with the ore detector pinging, and it not figuring it out for a good 30 seconds or more, so it appears to shut off every now and again. Looks like the only way we're really going to get any efficient mining with this is either A, flying the ship and using the big beam to mine down ourselves, which I'm actually kind of interested in the idea of doing, but of course we need our more thrusters for that, or B, going ahead and, well, doing some sort of rotor nonsense here to move this crazy thing about and actually aim the large beam itself. Or I guess C, we could just add in a couple trillion of these turrets. Not sure which we'll do, but I guess we'll do it in the next episode. We could, of course, also start looking into the idea of adding ion thrusters onto our large iron virus snowflake thing from Doom that is now sitting on the moon. Also, at some point, we still need to go ahead and gather up the Sterlith and leave this planet, because so far we've been trapped on the moon for quite a while. And we appear to be making mediocre progress once. Well, there we go. There it goes again. It's a bit finicky again. Anyway, guys and gals, thanks a bunch for watching. If you liked the video, consider liking. If you disliked it, consider disliking and telling me why. And I always appreciate feedback. Do you want me to strip out these mods because you're all going to rage quit because I'm using mods? Tell me. I will do it if a bunch of people say so. Otherwise, well, again, consider liking, disliking, favoriting, following, subscribing, and all that fun nonsense. And I shall see you all next time. Ta-ta. Also, I've been using a bit more of a speaker voice in these last episode or two. I don't know why. It just happened. Nip, nip, nip. Jibi jibi.